I feel like there was a very, very, very long period of my life where I just kind of looked like I wasn't trying. You can kind of tell when somebody puts a lot of effort, not just into the way they look, but kind of into their lifestyle. Like, there's just two certain types of people. There's people that you look at and you can just tell, like, this guy has never put any effort into his appearance. And because of the way he looks, he probably hasn't put any effort into his life either. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't taken care of his body. He hasn't taken care of his health. He hasn't taken care of his skin. He hasn't taken care of his life, probably. He's probably broke. And then there's the other type of person who looks well put together. They look like they take care of themselves. They look like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, you get what I'm talking about. I just feel like I fit into that former category for probably like 90% of my life. Like, only really in the past couple of years have I started to get to that second point. I want to explain to the people who are like I was how to maximize your genetic potential. I want to go over how to make that transformation from somebody who looks more like this to somebody who looks like this, to somebody who looks like they've gone out of their way to maximize everything they have. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to fix your sleep schedule. I know, like, you hear it all the time, like, you got to get enough sleep and you need to make sure you're getting 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, bro, I think the reason why I'm gonna put this first is because, like, everything else I'm about to talk about gets affected way more the worse and worse that your sleep schedule is. It's not just your looks, it's not just the way you present yourself, it's not just your personality, it's everything. Everything gets worse. Your diet gets worse. The way you look literally gets worse. You start to get baggy eyes and all this stuff. You start to get like these dark circles under your eyes. I used to have those for the longest time in high school because really I stay up editing and meal prepping and like cooking all night, and it would be like 2 a.m. and then I'd have to wake up the next day and get on the bus at like 7. Cool. So I would literally be netting probably like 4 hours of sleep. I'm telling you right now, the moment that I started getting more sleep, I didn't even have to do it. Like, nothing else I'm about to explain I did. I just got more sleep and everything else became better. You need to fix your sleep schedule. The way to do that is go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. I think the best sleep schedule, at least the one that I try to follow, is to go to bed somewhere around 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock and to wake up sometime around 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. somewhere around that range, because I don't know, I feel like the earlier and earlier you go to bed, the earlier you wake up. But also, like, I just feel like whenever you wake up around 6, 7 a.m., I feel like that's the perfect time to get up, because you can get so much done in the span of like an hour or 2 hours, and most people aren't even up by then. Like, you will have gotten more done in those 3 hours than most people get done in a day. And yeah, like I said, the quality of your sleep is important too. What I try to do in order to maximize like the actual quality of my sleep, like the last hour before you go to sleep, try not to distract yourself with anything that would keep you up. So like, get off of your phone for the last hour before you go to bed, and it's recommended to kind of like turn off all the lights and kind of just let your body basically get used to being in the dark. Try not to eat anything. Don't get too full, because the fuller you get, the more you're gonna feel like you need to be up. Just things like that are essential to having a very, very, very good sleep. So make sure you maximize all of those things. And there's even, like, I don't do this, but there's people out there who, like, they literally download like sleep apps to like track how long they slept, the quality of their sleep too, like how much I think it's called like REM sleep or something like that, how much like REM sleep that they had. But the most important thing, I think, is just to fix the time. That should be the main focus, is to get as much time to sleep as possible. And I know a lot of people are like really busy and they can't do that, but that's why I think that you should set a specific early time to go to bed, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And then you should basically focus the entire day on trying to get as much as you possibly can done before that specific time. It's better that way anyway, because the earlier and earlier you set your bedtime, it's like you're on a timer for the day. So the more inclined you're going to be to want to get things done. Whereas if you were to just not have any specific time that you needed to sleep, you would probably be more inclined to stay up late and get whatever done you need to be done, because you'd be procrastinating the whole time, because it's like you're not on a timer. Okay, so the second thing, and I've already talked about this before, but I'm going to keep saying it for the people in the back who don't freaking hear me. You need to start bodybuilding and tracking your calories, or at least start going to the gym. Yeah, I mean, this video is about maximizing your potential. What better way as a man can you maximize your potential than going to the gym? I mean, all of you already know that, right? And I've already made a video on that. You need to go to the gym. You need to track your calories. you need to try to make your body as aesthetically pleasing as possible, because if you really want to maximize your genetic potential, that's half the battle. Usually there's two types of goals that most of you probably have starting in the gym. You're either very, very, very skinny and very, very lean, like I was, and you want to get more muscular, you want to gain more weight, and you want to kind of get like maybe lose a little bit less body fat. But you're probably, if you're skinny like I was, you're probably already lean, because when I started out, I was lean, bro. I had like I was so shredded you could see my obliques, and I had never touched a weight. That's how lean I was. So the goal there was to gain weight, mostly lean muscle mass, which is what I did. Most of that actually wasn't my training, it was my diet, which I'm about to explain. The second type is the opposite end of the spectrum. Some of you are probably very overweight. You have a very, you know, you're just big. You're just big, bro. So for you guys, I mean, you basically just have to do the same thing that the skinny guys have to do, but in reverse. So the skinny guys, the guys who are like me, you gotta bulk first. You gotta go on a very, very, very long bulk, a lean bulk, or I mean, it doesn't have to be a lean bulk, but hopefully you're eating clean, which I'm about to explain in the diet part. But you gotta go on a bulk, which means you gotta eat more calories than you consume on a daily basis. Start training intensely and trying to gain as much muscle mass as possible. And most of that is through your diet, which I'm about to explain. And then yeah, for the people who are on the overweight side, it's just the opposite end of the spectrum. So for you guys, you would have to cut first. You would have to cut all that body fat first. You'd have to get really skinny, and then you'd have to bulk and gain the muscle mass afterward. That's how you basically recomp those two body types into the body type, the muscular lean body type, the aesthetic body type that you guys probably want. And like I said, you have to make sure that you're keeping track of your diet, because your diet is probably like 80% of gym progress, bro. If you're going to the gym and you've been in the gym for like a year and you don't see any progress, it's because your diet sucks. What you need to do is you need to find your calorie maintenance. Your calorie maintenance is basically how many calories you need to eat on a daily basis to maintain your current weight. So whatever weight you are right now, you could be like 130 pounds, 120 pounds, 140 pounds. You don't know, but you eat around the same amount every single day. You need to find whatever that number is that you're eating every single day. And then if you're that skinny guy, you need to eat more than that every single day. And then if you're that fat guy, that overweight guy, you need to eat less than that every single day. And you need to keep doing that consistently. It's that simple. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you start seeing a really nice aesthetic physique. You start getting more into fitness, you start learning more, and then it's just a snowball effect from there. Now, I want to explain the last part, because your body is important, but I feel like a lot of you put almost too much emphasis on your body and not enough emphasis on what I'm about to explain, which is your looks, specifically your face. You can go to the gym all you want. If you look ugly as shit, it won't matter, bro. Most important things you need to do for your face are take better care of your skin, make sure that your skin is as clear and as healthy as possible. The main thing that helped me clear my skin was that I took Accutane, but still take care of my skin. I still wash it in water for literally like, I'll wash it for like a minute straight, cold water every single morning. I'll use this, it's called like Cetaphil or something like that. It's like a facial cleanser. Every like other day before I go to bed, I use this thing called Ambi. It's like a dark spot remover. So you put it on your face. You're supposed to put it on the dark spots on your face, but I put it on all my face. But I put like a lot of it on the dark spots on my face. So the spots that are kind of like darker than the other ones because of the acne. It's supposed to like even your skin tone out. I do that for my skin. And then yeah, growing your hair out. I mean, I've already explained it in some other videos, but to grow your hair out and to grow your beard out and then get your hair in a nice style and then get your beard trimmed in a nice like sharp way, like I just feel like that's the better option for most of you. There might be some of you out there who look better with a shorter cut. Like I've seen some guys who look better with a buzz cut, but for 99% of you, you're not that guy. Especially if you have a face type like me where your face is kind of round. My face is lean, but it's round. You can see it's like very round because my chin is back. You should probably get some big poofy hair, bro. Look how long, look. I have a whole section of hair back here, bro. Yeah, you should probably grow your facial hair out. I would suggest you get a very, very, very nicely trimmed stubble that accentuates your jawline. I think that is probably the most attractive facial hair type. You don't want your beard to be too long, because some people, like there's some guys who grow it out too long to the point they look like Kratos. I just feel like that's not as attractive as like a stubble. And then yeah, I mean, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to mew. I started mewing. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Do more facial exercises. You know, you need to dress better, get tighter fitting clothes. I'm not wearing tight clothes right now, but when I go out and stuff like that, I wear tight fitting clothes. You know, add some swag to your look. If you want, you can get tattoos. I don't want to get tattoos. Maximize yourself, bro. That's basically what I'm saying. You just have to try, really. This is basically it. And I have a bunch of other videos going in detail how to do everything I just explained. This is kind of like a basic summary. I have so many other videos explaining exactly how to do like the little things, like for example, going to the gym. I have a whole video on that. Or fixing your diet, or I don't know, dressing better, or mewing. I have a whole video on that. Go click those other ones, go watch those, and yeah, apply it to yourself so you can become the outlier. And that's how you maximize your genetic potential.